Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? El día de hoy les traemos una práctica simulación con un orden distinto. Recordemos que durante la entrevista no hay un orden específico de cómo se hacen y cada oficial lo hace diferente. El día de hoy los hemos hecho un poco distinto a lo que ya están acostumbrados. También recuerden que esto es simplemente una simulación y las respuestas pueden variar según tu caso. Es simplemente para que veas que si puedes reconocer las preguntas y sobre todo qué tanta capacidad de responder a estas preguntas son. Si no es una pregunta que aplica para ti, simplemente sáltala, ¿no? Durante la entrevista, los oficiales también a veces te hacen preguntas que no aplican a tu caso para ver si entiendes el inglés o simplemente practicaste lo que se apega a tu caso. Ya saben que si este video les resulta útil, ayúdenos dándole un like, suscríbanse para que no se pierda ningún video, porque todos los videos que hacemos en este canal es para ayudarte a llegar lo mejor preparado posible para tu entrevista. Muy bien, vamos a practicar. C44. C44. Hi, my name is Officer Acosta, and today I'll be conducting your citizenship interview. Please follow me. You're gonna step inside and please remain standing, okay? Go ahead. We're gonna do the oath. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, please take a seat. Okay. Okay. Can I see your permanent resident card, your passport, and a form of ID? Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna ask you some questions. You need to answer yes or no, okay? Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen? Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Have you ever voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? Do you now have or do you ever had inheritance title or an order of nobility from any foreign country? Have you ever been declared legally incompetent or been confined into a mental institution? Do you now owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes? When was the last time that you filed your taxes? Okay. Have you ever not filed any federal, state, or local tax returns since you become a lawful permanent resident? Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or any way associated with any organization, association, fund, foundation, party, club, society, or similar group in the United States or in other location in the world? Have you ever been a member of or any way associated with the Communist Party, with any other totalitarian party, with a terrorist organization? Have you ever advocated either directly or indirectly the overthrow of any government by force or violence? Have you ever persecuted either directly or indirectly any person because of race, religion, and national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion? Okay, between March 23, 1933 and May 8, 1945, did you work for or associate in any way, either directly or indirectly, with the Nazi government of Germany? Okay, were you ever involved in any way with any of the following? Just answer yes or no. Genocide, torture, killing or trying to kill someone, badly hurting or trying to hurt a person on purpose, forcing or trying to force someone to have any kind of sexual contact or relations, not letting someone practice his or her religion. Okay, were you ever a member of or that you ever served in, help, or otherwise participate in any of the following? Military unit, paramilitary unit, police unit, self-defense unit, vigilant unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, militia, insurgent organization. Were you ever a worker, volunteer, soldier, or otherwise ever serve in any of the following? Prisoner jail, prison camp, detention facility, labor camp, any other place where people were forced to stay? Were you ever a part of any group that you ever helped any group, unit, or organization that uses weapons against any person or threaten to do so. Do you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person? Do you ever receive any type of military, paramilitary weapons training? Do you ever recruit, enlist, conscript, or use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help an armed force or group? Do you ever use any person under 15 years of age to do anything that help or support people in combat? Have you ever committed, assisted, and committed or attempt to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested? Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer for any reason? Have you ever been charged with committed, attempting to commit, or assisted in committing a crime or offense? Have you ever been convicted of a crime or offense? Have you ever been placed in an alternative sentencing or rehabilitate program? Have you ever received a suspended sentence, been placed in probation, or been paroled? Have you ever been in jail or prison? Okay, just answer yes or no to the group of questions, okay? Have you ever been a habitual drunkard? Have you ever been a prostitute or procured anyone for prostitution? Have you ever sold, smoked, controlled substance, illegal drugs, or narcotics? Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time? Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit? Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally? Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling? Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony? Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States? Okay. Have you ever given U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading? Have you ever lied to any U.S. government official to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefit while in the United States? Have you ever been removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been ordered, removed, excluded, or deported from the United States? Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings? Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you? Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces? Are you a male who lives in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthday? Okay. Great. You did great. Okay. Did you fill out this application on your own? Okay. Do you need to change any of the information on your application? What is your full legal name? Have you used a different name in the past? Are you going to make any changes to your name today? What is your current address? Okay. And how long have you lived at this address? Is this your physical address? Who lives at this address with you? And what was your previous address? Okay. How long have you been a permanent resident? Okay. How did you get your permanent residency? Okay. What is your full Social Security number? What is your phone number? Okay. What is your email? Okay. Okay. What is your date of birth? And where were you born? What is your height and your weight? Are you currently employed? Where do you work? Okay. What do you do in your job? How long have you been working this place? What was your job back in your country of origin? Okay. Are either of your parents U.S. citizens? Were your parents married before your 18th birthday? Do you have any children? Have you ever been divorced? What is your current marital status? How many times have you been married? Were you ever in prison or jail back in your country of origin? Okay. In the last 5 years, have you traveled out of the United States? Since you submitted your application, have you traveled out of the United States again? When was the last time that you traveled out of the United States? And where did you travel to? How many days was this trip for? And what was the purpose of this trip? Okay. Why do you want to become an American citizen? Okay. Okay, now we're going to do the civic test. Are you familiar with the civic test? I'm going to ask you 10 questions. You have to answer correct at least 6 of them. Are you ready? What is the name of the national anthem? What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Name one problem that led to the Civil War. When was the Constitution written? What are two rights of everyone living in the United States? What is the highest court in the United States? In what month do we vote for president? Who does a U.S. Senator represent? How many U.S. Senators are there? What is an amendment? Okay. Now we're going to do the reading and writing test. Can you please read the following sentence? Now, can you please write the following sentence? Congress meets in Washington, D.C. Congress meets in Washington, D.C. Congress meets in Washington, D.C. Okay, you approve both of those portions of the interview. I'm going to ask you some questions again, and you have to answer yes or no. Okay? Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States? What is the form of government of the United States? Okay. Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States? What is an oath of allegiance? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States? If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States? Do you understand this question? Can you explain to me what this question means? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces? Do you also understand what this question means? It's really important for you to understand what this question means because you're making serious promises. Okay? If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian directions? Congratulations, you have approved your citizenship interview. You're not an American citizen yet until you receive your certificate. You can keep your green card. When they give you the certificate, they will take away the green card from you. You're still a permanent resident. But so far, you did fantastic. You should be proud of yourself. And there's only one more step to become an American citizen. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te fue en la práctica? Espero que te haya ido excelente. Ya sabes, comenta qué otros videos te gustaría que hiciéramos. Si este video se te hizo muy difícil o si se te hizo muy sencillo, deja en los comentarios para ajustarlo y hacerlo un poquito más real. Ya saben que si les fue útil el video, también denos un like. Suscríbanse si no lo has hecho y nos vemos pues en el próximo video. Chao.